Welcome to Quran for Humanity channel. Here we discuss various topics about the Quran and Islam. Please subscribe to our channel if you are new here and press the bell sign so that you get notification for all our new videos. Today we will discuss about the harmony between the Quran and human nature. The Quran is a divine text full of profound wisdom and truths. When a person approaches the Quran with an open mind and without any prejudice, a person is most likely to be impressed by the authenticity and majesty of the Quran. A person will find all the statements and teachings of the Quran resonate well with him at deep level. This is because we are created by God. God created us with an inbuilt knowledge of Himself, and the Quran is also sent down by God, so both are in total harmony. We are not aware of this at conscious level, but the Quran invites us frequently to reflect over the facts of our life. And when we approach the Quran with open mind, it opens up an invaluable treasure of wisdom and truth, and we can clearly find the harmony in what is said in the Quran and what are the realities on the ground around us. We would like to clarify one thing here, that we use two words for God, God and Allah. So in fact Allah is the Arabic word for God. So we use both the word. So let's check the few statements of the Quran and see how we feel about them after due contemplation. The first statement, Quran says there is only one God, Allah. Quran says in chapter number 112, verse number 1, say, He is Allah, who is one. Our hearts will immediately agree with this. If there were more than one God, there would have been chaos all around us in the universe, because all the gods would have been fighting to establish their supremacy. Also, human nature is set in such a way that we cannot follow directions from more than one entity in any particular matter. Therefore, it is easy for us to follow the instructions from one master, one supervisor, or one manager, and it is very difficult to follow instruction from more than one supervisor or manager. Same way, we cannot be comfortable worshipping more than one God. Another statement, Quran says, only Allah, one God is worthy of worship. In chapter number 2, verse number 163, it is said, and your God is one God. There is no deity worthy of worship except Him, the entirely merciful, the specially merciful. Quran insists that there is only one God and He is Allah, and He is only one worthy of worship. This is simple. Allah created us. He created everything in the universe. Allah is sustaining us by providing us all that we need to survive. He is all-seeing, all-hearing, all-knowing. He sent us guidance by way of scriptures and messengers, and to Him we will return. No one shares His attributes. He has no associate, no partner. So why should we worship anyone else? Another statement, Quran says God does not have a family. In chapter number 112, verse number 3, it is said, He neither begets nor is born. We can understand this thing. If God has a family, then there is no difference between a human and God. Being born and develop from infancy to adulthood entails lot of weaknesses. This does not suit His majesty and grandeur. If God had a family, then there would have been multiple heirs who would be asking for a share in lordship. There would have been multiple gods, and we would find ourselves in many confusing and uncomfortable situations. So it does make sense that the God is all by himself, without any family, all capable. He accomplishes whatever he wishes without anyone's help. Another statement, Quran says God sent messengers and scriptures. In chapter number 16, verse number 36, it is said, and we certainly sent into every nation a messenger. This we can easily verify by checking the human history. If we examine the history of humanity, most human civilizations, regardless of their location and historical period, we will find the presence of wise people, insightful literature, and some system of moral laws. This observation should be enough to prove the authenticity of above statement. Another statement, Quran says God gives life and death. In chapter number 3, verse number 156, it is said, it is Allah who gives life and causes death. In chapter number 67, verse number 2, it is said, He is the one, means Allah is the one, who created death and life in order to test which of you is best in deeds, and He is the Almighty, all forgiving. This is obvious. We don't have any control on any element of our birth as to when, where, and how we want to take our birth, or when, where, and how we want to die. We can neither see or point out any other power or entity causing this or deciding this. This is everyone's personal experience. Therefore, this statement of Quran does not need any proof or explanation in its favor. We can also verify that we did not come into existence by chance only. Just reflect over this, whether such a complex and intricate yet wonderful human can come into existence just by chance. How likely is that? Another statement, Quran says justice will be served to every person. Quran says in chapter number 16, verse number 111, on the day when every soul will come disputing or pleading for itself, and every soul will be fully compensated for what it did, and they will not be wronged or treated unjustly. At another place, chapter number 39, verse number 69, it is said, and judgment will be passed on all with fairness. None will be wronged. It is our nature. Every human desires justice strongly. Every human yearns for it. This is the part and parcel of human nature. In our society, we find so many injustices. An average person in the society is weak, and there are so many people around him who take advantage of him by various means. It is very difficult to get the full justice for an average person in this world. So we seek some way of getting justice, and these statements will definitely make sense to us. Though we don't know how and when will this happen, but our hearts yearn for this. In fact, this is one of the hopes that gives courage to a person to keep moving despite all odds. Statements of the Quran can go on and on. We can check hundreds of verses from the Quran and we will find the same result. Our hearts will readily agree with what is mentioned in the Quran. Verses referred above are sufficient to make this point, that advice or instructions or facts mentioned in the Quran are perfectly in harmony with human nature. With this, we have come to the end of today's discussion. We will bring you more talks about the Quran, so keep visiting us and do not forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell sign so you get notification for all our new videos. If you want to read the Quran in your own language, you may download it free from our website quranforhumanity.org. We have more than 100 translations of the Quran in different languages. May guidance and peace be upon entire humanity.